Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do the Pisces October Horoscope. And it's another really big month in the heavens in October. I know I say it nearly every month this year, 2020, but seriously, this is just an absolutely massive year and we all know that. It's just I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. So what's happening this month? We have Mercury retrograde in your 9th and 8th houses from October 16th up until November 3. And there's also a few days either side of those dates because when Mercury is going retrograde or coming off the retrograde, it's in a thing called the shadow period. So the retrograde effects still have some effect. And the same for Mars, which is retrograde, and that is in your second house of finances and value systems. So that's going to have a really big effect on your finances this month in October. But it's all going to be okay, I'm sure. Now, if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now, because I have a bit of a different way of doing the horoscopes and all my readings. In fact, what I like to do is incorporate tarot in with the horoscopes. I just feel it gives a bigger, fuller picture, more in-depth understanding of what the energies are. And part of that process is me turning the cards over. Before I do that, I actually have a psychic vision and then I turn the card over. So that's a little bit different. And the other thing I do is at the end, I like to do a psychic channeling and just see what comes through, because I never have a clue what I'm going to say. And sometimes I just shake my head and say, what does that mean? Because I see stuff I don't even know what it means. But I'll put it out there and I want to encourage you with your own interpretation. If you think it's got a different interpretation to me, fine, write it in the comments and let me know. Because I'm always interested in what the collective has to say, and you might just be picking up on something a little bit different. So I'd be really interested if you have a different interpretation. Okay, so let's go to the board now and have a look at these two cards, because with the horoscope I like to pull two cards as key themes for the month. Okay, and for you Pisces, I'm going to pull that card there, and I'm closing my eyes. I get the colour green. It's a little bit dark. I'm in a forest. It's very dark in the forest, you know, but there is a path here. And I'm sure people have walked along this path before. I'm not the only one. So green, of course, is about growth and opportunity, and but there's not a lot of light in here. So the growth at the moment in October could be a little bit stunted, okay, a little bit delayed. Maybe you're working or waiting. Working came out of my mouth, okay. Maybe you're working on something and you haven't been paid, there's a delay in your payment, or perhaps your payment is not as much as you thought it was going to be. And you know, as you walk along in a forest, I mean, that is natural and normal. If the sunlight can't get right down to the bottom, the little saplings, they have to fight to grow up. So these are the little opportunities in life that you may not necessarily see due to the darkness, okay? This is only for a time. This is not your whole entire life by any means. But yeah, just what I'm seeing at the moment as you continue your journey through life, and you will come out of this spot and come into a brighter spot. But let's see what the cards say. Well, there you go. It's the Seven of Swords. Okay, there's a couple of different interpretations for this card. So, you know, you decide which one applies to you. The traditional meaning, which is very negative, calls this the Thief in the Night card. Somebody stealing from you, could be stealing your money, your possessions, your self-respect, your confidence, you know, so it's any number of things that can be stolen from you. I also see this, though, as a bad situation that you're coming out of. It's like moving away from a bad situation and looking back and saying, well, I was there and now I'm here and I have moved on. I am moving on. These tents sometimes indicate travel, but more often they indicate chakras opening up, because that's the shape of the symbol I see for chakras. Decisions to be made are swords, and there's 2 in the ground, so practical decisions that need to be made, grounded in reality. Something around the digestion, because this is yellow, the solar plexus energy. If you want to take the more negative interpretation, cowardly, okay? Someone around you with cowardly behaviour. But again, it could be in the past. You'll see there's a lot of cloud here, and so cloud can be like confusion or even chaos, but there's sort of light coming through the cloud. So it's a bit like the dark forest, you know, you continue on your way and it will get lighter and lighter. Okay, so 7 of Swords, the other thing I must say is, you know, put a reasonable boundary around that so that you're not giving and giving and giving, you know, and people taking advantage of you. And again, I feel that's, for a lot of you, that's in the past. It's not so much going on now, like you're going to put, anyone that does that, you're going to put the kibosh on them pretty quick. Okay, so now, and just on that, also, as I'm about to go on to the next theme, they're talking about memories and something from the past coming back. You could hear news about an ex or somebody that did you wrong. You might get a bit of feedback. All right, let's look at the second theme card for the month for you, passionate Pisces. Going with that one there. Closing my eyes, what do I see? Okay, this is lighter and brighter. I see the colour aqua, and so it's the blue-green of the heart and the throat. The heart's desires being expressed. So you're talking about what you want and making moves, taking steps towards what you desire. Now, it's like I'm in the Mediterranean here, maybe off the coast of, you know, one of those Mediterranean islands like Rhodes or Cyprus or, you know, one of those little islands there between like Rhodes and Greece. And swimming in the water, and it is beautiful. It's a beautiful temperature, and it's that just the most beautiful colour. We don't have like waters like this in the States or in Australia either. Australia has very sapphire sort of waters, generally speaking, and they go green as you go up north, you know, near the equator. As you go up the top of Queensland, they go a bit more green, but it's not like the Mediterranean. I've got to give the Mediterranean 10 out of 10 for the colour of the water. Okay, so this is just basking in emotions, enjoying. There's some warmth, some comfort, security, stability coming through in October for you. The card that comes up is the Hierophant. This is about knowledge, okay? You'll see here she's seated on 3 books of knowledge, and dressed in red because she's going to take action about the knowledge. The whole point of this card is not to say how smart you are and how brilliant you are, and no doubt you are, but the point of the card is to say, take the knowledge that you already have and make use of it, okay? Good and proper use of the knowledge you already have. Do something with it. So you'll see in her book of life here, she's got 2 keys. So it is about knowledge is key, and she's got a key here in her hand as well. The important thing is to use wisdom to discern how you apply the knowledge. Sometimes we know stuff, you know, and especially if you've got any psychic ability or intuition, you might intuitively know something. And you know, you've got to decide, do you put that out into the public, because is it going to do more harm than good? That's something to be, you know, weighed up. Not everything that's truthful is helpful. Sometimes people just prefer to be where they are, and they don't want, you know, inconvenient truths coming up and are changing their day, annoying them or irritating them. So this is where the concept of wisdom comes in, because it helps you apply the knowledge correctly, and that will be a theme card for you in October. Okay, so there's your 2 theme cards. Now, let's go to the board, and we're going to do your horoscope now. Zoom board, I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see more clearly what's going on. Okay, now the first thing, if you're in the States, because of the time difference with Australia, you're going to have a Halloween blue moon on the 31st of October. And the next one won't be until 2039. So that's significant if you're in the States. But for Australia, and because we're operating across heaps of different time zones, it gets confusing. Like my business, I mean, we've got so many time zones going. But if you're in Australia, it actually isn't a Halloween blue moon, because our full moon comes on the 1st of November. So that's a whole other issue. But yes, if you're behind Australian time, so even in the UK, I'm not sure, you'd be sort of on the borderline, I think. I suspect if you're in the UK that your second full moon will be on the 31st of October, and for the States it definitely is. Okay, so that's fairly important. A blue moon is when there are 2 full moons in the one calendar month. Okay, let's have a look now and go through this. So the full moon is in your second house here of finances and belief systems. This brings changes around your money and the things that you value. It's a time of transformation. It's going to bring stuff up. You're going to have to think about your money, where you get it from, your money supply, and also how you spend it. It doesn't give you an indication of which way it's going to go. You know, it doesn't necessarily indicate that you're going to win the lotto or the lottery tomorrow, but it does mean that there are changes and transformation coming around your money. 5th of September to the 2nd of October, Venus in your 6th house here. Okay, Venus is a lovely planet who, as Librans know, and Taurians as well, because we're ruled by Venus. So it's all about love, affection, comfort, peace, harmony. And also Venus does look after our money as well. Venus is interested in finances. So with it in the 6th house there, cooperation is your middle name. You may even be a peacemaker at work, because the 6th house is about your everyday work and also your health. You might take a pleasant break from work and go on a trip to an inspiring or beautiful place. Doesn't mean it's even a vacation, it just means going somewhere lovely. If you've had niggly health problems with Venus there, you may find that you don't feel quite as, sick or unwell as you normally do. Venus sort of smooths everything out and makes things more peaceful. 21st of September to the 22nd of October, Sun in your 8th house. Sun in your 8th house. Okay, there it is there. The 8th house here is all about joint resources, and it's also intimacy with another person. You know, the very deepest parts of yourself that you share with one special person, or, maybe several special people, that's up to you. And so joint financial affairs might be on your mind. Tune in to take care of business. Intimacy with your partner is intensified, and this is a great time for deepening relationships and partnerships. 26th of September to the 27th of October, Mercury in your 9th house here. 9th house is the area associated with the higher mind, spirituality, and also overseas connections. So you might be thinking about travel. You might have attraction to foreign cultures and foreign people, or some foreign connections at the moment. It's big picture thinking, okay? The overall concepts, not the details so much. 25th of September to the 3rd of October, Mars squares Saturn. You could be feeling frustrated and also unusually sensitive. Do beware of ego conflicts, especially with authority figures. Be patient and don't demand too much of yourself or other people now. It's a great time for working quietly and steadily on your own. Rely on your own resources. 27th of September to the 5th of October, Mars conjuncts Mars. Gives you a strong desire to make a fresh start. It's great for you to channel your abundant energy into new projects and new ventures. 1st of October to the 27th of October, Venus moves into your 7th house here, which is just beautiful for relationships and partnerships. If you have a legal issue going with Venus here, you might find that there's some sort of compromise or offer that comes as well. It's a great time to meet new people, especially friends and romantic partners as well. You could be feeling more open-hearted and looking for companionship or affection. Love and affection you give to your mate makes your relationship stronger. 6th of October to the 12th of October, Mars squares Pluto, gives you a strong drive for personal power. And so do watch for domineering behaviour in both yourself and other people. Don't push yourself too hard. 2nd of October to the 23rd of October, Jupiter sextiles Neptune. This is a great time for sharing your ideals and your spiritual concerns with other people. This will help you to clarify your own beliefs. Take time out to relax and enjoy yourself. 16th of October, new moon in your 8th house here means new beginnings around joint or shared resources. So this could be a thing like a loan, you want a loan, or you want to access your 401k or superannuation in Australia, we call it. It's also the house of intimacy. You may get intimate with somebody in some way, and it doesn't necessarily, like I say in some way, because it doesn't necessarily mean the physical act as well. It could be just sharing really deep parts of yourself. But there's new beginnings, okay? So a deeper commitment or connection, a deeper connection to another person. 21st of October to the 21st of November, Sun moves into your 9th house here. You may consider study. You might want to retrain to change your job or something like that. It's because your mind is expanding. You're seeking new vistas and you want to broaden your horizons. Foreign cultures are more attractive to you now, and a teacher or a mentor may come into your life. 20th of October to the 28th of October, Mars squares Jupiter. You could be feeling highly ambitious. You're full of optimism with new plans and new projects. Do watch for overconfidence and don't bite off more than you can chew. However, this time is largely productive and likely to be successful. 27th of October to the 10th of November, Mercury in your 8th house here. Okay, so Mercury was in the 9th. It's retrograding back into your 8th house. Okay, so this is about you communicating about your shared resources and joint resources. It's great for getting your business affairs in order, and there could be discussions about death and intimacy. The thing is, Mercury's retrograde up until from October 16 to November 3, and so do be careful of miscommunications. Anything important you want to put in writing, and especially to consultants or professionals, just make sure all your T's are dotted and I's are crossed. And also, be careful with your technology, computers, devices, etc. Back them all up with Mercury retrograde. 27th of September to the 21st of November, Venus in your 8th house as well. So see, Venus is doing a little dance, 6, 7, 8. And so it's sort of a busy sort of time. And because it's Venus, she likes things to be peaceful and smooth, as I talked about before, but she also looks after financial affairs and business. So you could be discussing that. There's things changing there. You might meet a benefactor or a friend through a friend. Intimate relationships are intensified. 2nd of October to the 21st of January 2021, Neptune sextiles Jupiter. You could be feeling in a generous and tolerant mood. You forgive others, or you offer an olive branch, or somebody offers an olive branch to you. You could make donations to charities and help other people now. Watch that you don't overgive or allow other people to take advantage of you. You may develop a deeper understanding of metaphysics. It's a great time for an inspiring vacation or trip, or just go somewhere where you can relax, like a beautiful or an inspiring place. Okay, so that's your horoscope for the month. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to close my eyes, Passionate Pisces, and see what I can see for November for you. I've got a lot of green here. Green, like it's sort of like rolling hills, green and trees. Okay, so this can be your family tree or it could be you. But with so much green, it means that even if there are delays from the retrogrades, or you're feeling frustrated or limited due to Mars retrograde, overall there's a lot of growth here for you. The hills are rolling, they're not like mountainous, so it's almost like going for a pleasant walk. And yes, you've got to put a bit of effort in to walk up the hill, but it actually makes it more interesting. Okay, so life is not static. We have movement here. And I see a lovely little path sort of walking around the hill. I can't see what's on the other side of the hill, so I may not even be 100% sure that I'm going in the right direction, but the journey is very pleasant. So with all of these, I can see trees over here, and then there's a tree right next to me, which is probably like me, representing me, which is representing you. The tree is, this one here is just sort of gently swaying in the breeze. So there's a light breeze, the sun's out, there's a few wispy clouds around, but nothing really, it's pleasant. It's much more pleasant than where we've been in recent months. Now I continue my journey. There is a delay. When I get to the top of the hill, I can see a beautiful little river. And there's some issue with the bridge, so there's a bridge there going across the river, but there's some sort of delay because there's like what do you call it, boom gate to get onto the bridge, so I have to wait at the boom gate to get onto the bridge. So there is a delay in continuing, but that's okay. It's only a short delay, and it's very life affirming here. Your health may improve. You may feel more vital, the energy, coming through. You may feel, oh, well, I can't do that now. I'll just change my plans or just wait it out. That's the kind of energy. Okay, what else for Passionate Pisces? I can see tornadoes over here. So there's tornadoes around, but they're not right in my space, okay, in my normal everyday existence. I can see over there that tornado, and it's doing terrible things over there. There's actually multiple tornadoes. This is like the big picture of maybe the economy or other people's lives or the country or something. Yes, there's tornadoes and problems here, there and everywhere, but not in my space. In my space, I'm just enjoying the journey I'm on. I'm enjoying the sunlight. Be grateful for sunlight and be grateful for growth. So what I would say to you, Passionate Pisces, is focus on the good things in your life, because there are some good things. Be grateful for those. And although those other things out there are very concerning, I know, I don't want to focus on them too much, because that will drag me down. Okay, and especially Pisces, because we're so sensitive, we're so emotional. And so focusing on the negative and the hatred and all of that vitriol, it doesn't help. Okay, a mouse. Be quiet. Maybe, I don't know, I see a mouse. All I can think of is be quiet like a mouse. Be like a mouse, and be quiet and go about your everyday business, and you don't get caught up in other people's dramas. Okay, So that's it for now. I hope you found this helpful. Do let me know if you've got different interpretations, especially for mice. I don't think I've ever seen a mouse before in a vision. So if you've got a different interpretation, let me know in the comments. Okay, if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Thanks so much for your likes and shares and comments. Most importantly, have a very wonderful and insightful month, Passionate Pisces, and I shall see you all again soon. Okay, thank you and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.